Teaching our children to communicate with God is foundational to helping them develop an actual relationship with Him. But prayer is a mystery, isn't it? As adults, it takes years to learn how to talk to God, and it's even harder as parents to know how to help our kids pray. Today, I'm going to teach you a time-tested prayer pattern that will bring new focus to your prayers. Hi, I'm Christy Thomas, the Bedtime Devo Mama. Have you ever found yourself doing one of these less than helpful types of prayer with your kids? You repeat the same prayer ad nauseum. You know the kind. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Nothing to put our children into a sound sleep like talk of death, right? Or you pray a sermon. I can do this one a lot. Dear God, we know that you want us to obey you in everything, and I ask that you would help us, and by us I mean them, to obey tomorrow. Or you pray the news. Dear Lord, my friend is in the hospital and she has this problem and she's dealing with this issue. Newsflash, he already knows. Or the repeat after me prayer. Dear God, help us listen to your voice, to your voice. Or last, the enforced prayer. Stop goofing around right now and pray! Yep, we've all done that one in our house too, right? Why is it that suddenly at prayer time they have all this energy? Don't get me wrong. I grew up doing a lot of these and have done most of them with my own children in the past. They're not wrong in themselves, well, except maybe that last one. They each have their place in our lives. However, I don't think any of them are the most effective way to help our children develop an authentic prayer life. So here's something that has worked wonders in our family. It's called a prayer pattern. But wait a sec, isn't prayer supposed to be about communicating with a dynamic God and not following patterns? Well, a prayer pattern is a way of providing guidance to your prayers, a discipline to help you focus and draw near God. If you think about it, the Lord's Prayer is actually a prayer pattern. So using a prayer pattern has transformed our family prayer time. We use one that's similar to the ACTS prayer, but modified for our children. If you've heard of it, the ACTS stands for Adoration, Confession, Thanksgiving, and Supplication, which is a package of words that's obviously a stretch for most children to remember, never mind understand. So instead, we use the following pattern. I start each section with the intro line that my children repeat, and then they kind of fill in the blank, or they continue the sentence with their own words. So first we say, wow, God, you are... And the key here is that you're telling God who He is. You're not thanking Him for what He's done. That's actually coming later. Thanking Him for what He has done is a little bit more personal. Praise is about saying, God, you are the maker of the universe. You are the great physician. You are brilliant. Praising God serves the purpose of bringing Him glory and centering our hearts on Him. And then we say, I am sorry for. So this one's tricky. The key with confession is to lead by example. Personally, I actually always have something to confess. Sometimes the kids can't think of something. In fact, often the kids can't think of something, in which case I encourage them to ask God to show them something for which they need to apologize. Sometimes I'll remind them of something like, do you remember that time you smacked your brother before? Occasionally I will remind them of something like, do you remember what that mean thing that you said to your brother before? But I think it's more effective to teach them to let God bring them to repentance, to listen to that conviction in their heart. And then after we've all confessed, we say together, please forgive me. And then we say, please help. So my boys are still young and their prayers still reflect this please help section. But when something bigger does come up, I make a point of praying this section first so that the seed of the idea is in their mind. So they know how they can pray and who they can pray for. Not just themselves, not just please help me have a good day, but please help the refugees. Please help the people who are sick. Please help our auntie. Please help grandma. There are so many people that we can pray for, and often we don't think of it unless parents think of it first. And then the last one is the thank you for section. I find this section is really the easiest for my kids. Thank you for my warm bed. Thank you for my blankie. Thank you for Teddy. Following this prayer pattern has made a huge difference in our family prayers. My middle son used to really fight us when it was time to pray, and I think it really came from not knowing what to say. So he's a lot more engaged when I use this prayer pattern. If you would like to try this prayer pattern with your kids, I've created some journal pages that you can print off, which are in the prayer template library. If your kids are too young to write in the prayer journal, you can just post it by their bed or wherever you pray, just as a reminder of the prayer pattern for yourself. So you can click the link below to sign up for the prayer journal pages. Now, if you'd like a book to help your kids understand this prayer pattern better, you need to check out Lisa Ton Berggren's brand new God Gave Us Prayer. It's part of the best-selling God Gave Us series. But what I love about it is that it teaches kids about prayer through a conversation between a little pup and mama in a very natural way. However, it's longer than your usual picture book because after little pup learns about prayer, he invites all his animal friends over so mama can teach them about prayer too. I love it. This is the part where the kids reading the book get to pray their own prayers based on similar prayer prompts to the ones I just taught you. It's the kind of book you pull out every night and read a few pages and then use as a sweet review to help your kids grow in their ability to pray. As usual for this series, the illustrations in this book are absolutely darling, and you'll be amazed at how comprehensive it is for a picture book. You can find God Gave Us Prayer anywhere books are sold, or you can ask your library to bring it in as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe or follow so you'll get notifications when new videos are up. Each one contains short, sweet, hope-filled ideas for spiritually parenting our kids, as well as book recommendations to help build your library of Christ-based books for your family. Goodbye!